It's People Station V103, the ATL's #1 for hip hop and R&B. It is your lifestyle specialist, Kenny Burns. And ladies and gentlemen, this person is special and near and dear to my heart, man. He's one of the greatest superheroes in R&B ever. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Trey Songz to the Kenny Burns Show.
Big bro, thank you, man. That's an intro if I ain't never heard one. You hear me?
Hey, listen, you know I like to bring y'all like Maceo did James Brown, champ.
Come on now, every time, no matter where we at, I get a grand one.
You hear me? We could be in a club in front of 2,000 or in a stadium with 27,000.
Come on now, you gonna bring me out.
Yeah. Hey, look, man, I want to tell you, man, it's so good to see your face, man. You know, we got that news from you the other day that you had the COVID. How you feeling? You look good. You look strong. I know you got your lemon ginger tea over there.
Yeah, you see it. I'm ready.
Yeah.
It's a everyday. It's different every day, man. Like I said, my symptoms are minimal, but even with the minimal symptoms I have, I know how serious it is and how to take it. Just because I'm a healthy guy, like I work out 4 or 5 times a week, and I do a lot of running, playing basketball, and my breath be short. You know what I mean? Like, so right. I immediately, when I started, I'm thinking about people that are not well equipped for this. You know what I mean? I mentioned to the world that I lost my grandfather. And while it wasn't said that it was COVID, it was lung complications, it was pneumonia, it was everything that it comes along with this if you already have respiratory problems. So right. Just thinking about the people that aren't well equipped health-wise, I sat my ass on down, man. And even with all we had planned this weekend, all I had planned this week, outside of professionally, I had a lot of things planned personally with my family, but it's important that you sit still when you feel like you have any implication of this virus.
Yeah, man, and God rest dead with your grandfather. I know he meant a lot to you, brother. You know, it's for me, I thought it was ultra responsible for you to do that. You know, you didn't have to. You could have played it. You're healthy. You know, you're gonna get over whatever the symptoms you are, you know, fairly quickly. But you felt, you know, a need to share that. And in these times, Trey, we're looking for superheroes, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like we have all these false prophets running around spewing whatever, you know, for gain. And for you to do that, you ain't have to do that, dog. You could have just came out Friday, were back home, and then kept it moving.
Right. So no, it was a conscious decision, man, just to be responsible. I've been responsible throughout the whole pandemic. We done been marching. We didn't had food drives. I've been out in the streets with the people, but it's all been responsible. I've been getting tested periodically as I'm outside. And I care about my people right now. And I care about leading by example, especially when you see the leader of the country being condemned by, you know, they condemned him over there in England, and the medicine. They said, man, I need to vote this guy out of here because they didn't handle this so irresponsibly. So when you have leaders that are not, you know, leading, I consider myself a leader, and this is what responsible adults should do. No matter what you got going on, no matter what it affects for you personally, the greater good is to save the lives of the people you could be damaging.
Hey, dog, listen, we grown-ass men now. We was kids. To see each other grow up and talk like this make me feel like Black excellence.
Come on now.
But I before I get into your superheroism and your activism, because I got something to lay on you that's heavy. You know, I'm good with words, so I'm gonna give you something in a few minutes that's gonna it's gonna lift you, brother. But man, you looking fresh and glowing. And I know it's because of that baby boy, man. How has this time been? You know, Uncle Kenny got a 19 and 16.
Yeah.
You got a freshie.
Man, that boy is amazing, man. We this morning we did our ABCs. We did our 1 to 10. You know what I mean? I sing him sleep every night, no matter where I'm at.
Oh man.
He the light of my life, man. Like just to see a young, just pure
version of you,
innocent version of yourself, and you just want to protect them from the world. You just want to be the best version of yourself you can be. And a lot of the man I'm becoming is because I know one day he will become a man. I know one day he will understand what's going on in this world. And I want him to be able to look, because I want to be able to look at his daddy and say, that's my daddy.
That's right.
he did this for me. What you was doing in 2020, Daddy, when the cops was killing black folks and the pandemic was going on? What was you doing? What was you doing when the world was shifting?
Guess what Uncle Kenny gonna say? He
What
made a song, nephew.
Come on.
He made a song, nephew, and it's called How Many Times? And it was our version, our modern day version of what Marvin Gaye did with What's Going On. That's what Uncle Kenny gonna say.
Man, that mean the world to me, bro. Like everything else, everything that I've accomplished as an artist is whatever. Truth be told, what that little boy think of me as a man, that trumped that in any way possible. Like any way possible. Like I put all this down right now.
Amen.
To go be with him. You know what I mean? Like I could talk about that boy forever.
Yeah, look,
That's my boy.
I felt the emotion, and listen, man, I told you, and we've had conversations in the club when we talking about family and all types of stuff. And right in front
only us though, it'd be going down on the other side.
It'd be a whole move. Baby, put your shirt on. We talking about nephew and them got a basketball. Hold on. But I want to tell you this, man. And I mean this wholeheartedly, man. How many times, brother? And people tried. People did a great. You and her probably have the greatest offerings in messages musically in this era of racist political sphere, the classist bigoted political sphere, the injustices for our people. Like you guys had. What does that mean to you? Because how many times, bro, when it comes on? Oh, and I got to throw Lil Baby in there because I thought that was his first conscious record ever. But Trey, you leading the pack with her. How did that feel, bro? Because I'm telling you, it touched my soul, not my emotions, my soul.
Bruh, that song wrote itself, man. Like the hurt, the pain, the tears. Like, we as Black people, we suppress a lot of emotion because it's a part of our everyday life.
Right.
We suppress a lot of what we go through, subliminal racism. We go through everything from, hey, your bag don't go up here to, hey, you sure you got what it costs for this? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Not to mention getting pulled over, getting beat up, getting murdered, not to mention how many people wrongfully convicted, how many people in the system that are good people that now lives are destroyed forever. This is a part of being Black.
Facts.
So when we sitting in a pandemic and we've had a relief from that, not even knowing that we've had a relief from that, because the pandemic, we not understanding what we within. So soon as outside open back up, you telling me this man gonna put his knee on George Floyd's neck on video and for us to watch and see?
Right.
But I cried like I knew that man.
Yeah.
Like, and it was tears that I've been suppressing from each time. You know what I mean? Because with the pandemic, you couldn't look away at that moment. Like it wasn't nothing else to do. It wasn't a basketball game to go watch. It wasn't work to go to in the morning. You couldn't get the kids ready for school. You had to sit there and deal with that.
Yes.
So for me, it was in that moment that I couldn't sleep. It was in that moment that I saw his face when I closed my eyes. That I had to write the song, bro. Like it just.
Listen, and that emotion poured out in it, Trey. Let me tell you something, bro. Like, and I'm gonna get into back home too, because I think the bridge is connecting with this conversation. Because, when I first met you and you came in my office at Rockefeller with the Songbook crew, and you had the burgundy do-rag on. I want to say you had
always with my do-rag.
Yeah, you had the
burgundy do-rag. I probably had a wife beater on.
You had a wife beater on. And but dog, one, talking to you, because you from VI, I'm from DC, so we had synergies and people involved along with Troy and everybody else. But when I heard the music, I felt the rawest form of R&B I hadn't felt in a while. And you know me, Trey, like me and you, most R&B thugs in the history of life. You know what I'm talking about? We hang with gangster killers, drug dealers.
Yeah, but we with the guys.
Yeah, but we are saying, I can't sing. I will play your song and lip sync the shit out some R&B. So, but I say that to say, man, as I'm listening to Back Home, bro, it's so raw. Like for instance, Back Home with Summer Walker, like it reminded me of the 19-year-old, however old you was, with the do-rag. It took me back.
I was
And
19.
forget about the Rockefeller sample, the sample in the. It took me back, bro. How was it making that, and how did it feel? Because I felt something different connect.
That album was that song was the beginning of a new phase in the album. A lot of songs were already created, but you remember when I came in your office, all our music had that soulful sample feel. Like even if it wasn't a sample, it felt like a sample.
It did, bro.
So when we wrote Back Home, shout out to Hitmaker, shout out to Chris Sean, we wrote that, it veered me in a direction. I'm like, this is a relationship-based song about going back and forth with your lover, but at the same time, for me, it felt musically like I was back home. And it just led the album in a direction. Me and Troy got together. You know, Troy Taylor, shout out to Troy.
Troy!
He produced, I think, about 15 on this one.
Yeah.
So, and you know, when we came in that office, Troy was doing all my music. You know what I mean?
Song book, baby.
Right. So, and you ain't heard that on my album in a long time. You know what
I mean? Hold on, Trey. I got so excited, bro. I mean, listen to your brother, man. Like, literally, when I pushed play and Be My Guest came on, bro, like, I was just like, and I got so excited because it took me back home. And no pun intended, but it took me back to the time I met y'all, bro.
Yeah,
it really did, man. So shout out to Troy. I had to say that.
And it's for me, it's kind of, I get lost with words and trying to explain it, what back home really means. But it means I'm back home with the music, because like, with it being 3 years since I put my last album out and being 15 years since my first album came out, I feel like music has changed. Music has changed a lot. And I love all the new talent out there. I feel like musically we in a place where it's a lot of fast food, a lot of quick serving. It's a lot of, I want to get this off. Y'all take this Happy Meal, this apple pie. Y'all gonna be hungry again next week. I'm gonna have something for you. But
that talk, Trey.
With me, I want you to sit down. I want you to eat this food that's gonna stick to your ribs. Like it's never been I've never been interested in making single after single after single and chasing a certain success of a single. I'm an artist that wants you to enjoy this body of work, because that's what I got into music for. I got into music listening to albums. I got into music listening to artists that you could live your lives to this music, not just pop it in and go to the next artist.
Come on.
I wasn't listening to 8701 and then skipping. You know what I mean? I wasn't listening to Confession and skipping.
Come on.
Luther Vandross, you wasn't skipping. Al Green, you wasn't skipping. And that's before my era, but that's what I was brought up on. That's the music I listen to, love, and study. So when I say back home, I mean I'm back home, and I want musically people to feel what they felt. Like, it's no albums right now that you putting in and cleaning your house on Sunday. What you clean your house to?
Yeah, amen.
It's a playlist that you love with 48 artists in it. But how many albums are you listening to front to back? And I just want to give my fans that.
Yo, can I just speak? I'm feeling spirited. I feel like God is coming through me right now. I just want to tell you something and give you your flowers, champ. You know, when I listened to the album, I felt like you peeled back the layers on that onion. You hear me? I feel like you went and found the passion for what you're doing again, bro. Like, I feel like at the end of the day, like, we are being reintroduced. And because we are, it's like, wait, it's past R&B superstar. Icon, you're in icon mode, bro. Like, you know, this generation, bro, like, and only other person I gave this to, and I will give it to Chris too, but you, Usher, and Chris. And I say that wholeheartedly because you and Chris still active. Y'all still around, and accessible, you know what I'm saying? But I see the end of the day with this album. To your point exactly, when Mama and them used to be Saturday morning, you wake up smelling that non-chomp and that bacon cooking, or you know what I'm talking about, and then you hear Frankie Beverly and Maze.
Bruh,
You know,
that's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I
understand?
want. I want the kids or the parents right now to be like, man, my mama got that Trey playing. You feel me?
Come on. But Trey, let me tell you something about life, bro. You standing on love, bro.
Yeah.
People love you, bro. It's not, you know, it's like growing up as kids, we all did wild, crazy, dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, you're standing on love. Your offering has been love the entire time. I mean, look at circles. Who don't go through that, bro? Like, who ain't going in circles in conversation and business, person, whatever? And I just feel like you keep making that connection with your audience. So tell me about circles real quick, matter of fact, because that's, you know, we playing that like a mother sucker.
Yeah, of course y'all is. That's a V103 record right there. When I made it, I'm talking about when I finished, I said in the V, they gonna spin this motherfucker. Hey,
Yeah.
Circles is one of those records, man, that you just in a relationship and you love this person to death and they trying you. You know what I mean? You trying them. But y'all know it's y'all the people for each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for me, just from my personal perspective, as a man who sings about everything from love to heartbreak to sex.
Yes.
When I say, if you're looking for closure, don't take your clothes off. That's the most important line, because when you're in that relationship that keep going in circles and you can't find a way out and you think you're not supposed to be there, if your bond is only in that sexual place, then y'all gonna stay in that place.
Come on.
So the record is just, it's somebody you can't let go. So y'all got to figure it out or y'all got to let it go.
Come on.
So that record is just for everybody going through what they're going through with their lover. And
You know,
you know, black love is a different kind of love, man.
It is. It's a lot less boundaries in black love. But I'm gonna say this one word, and I want this to be specifically taken in a certain way. That song is thoughtful, not thoughtful. It's thoughtful. When you out here in these streets and you wondering why, think about what Trey Songz just said. Can you say that one little line again, please, Trey?
If you're looking for closure, don't take your clothes off.
That was thoughtful. So don't let that go over your head, ladies and gentlemen. I am. This your 8th studio album, Trigger. Your 8th studio album, man. You know, I just gave you icon status with 8 albums. Like, it's just the beginning. No, I'm listening to this record today, and big shout out to Cannon for making sure I got that joint. But like, I'm listening to this joint. You know me with some good R&B.
Yeah.
I'm homeschooling and some more stuff. I'm like, hold on, man. You hear this Trigger playing, dog? 16, you're supposed to be able to do that in your sleep, you know?
On your own, goddamn.
Little advice so when my nephew get older. But I really feel like, bro, 8 studio albums, bro, like you got this many singles, over 25 million records and singles. So like, bruh.
Bruh, I'm happy I've been here this long. I want to take this time to thank everybody who's supported me. You bought a CD, you bought a single, you bought a ringtone. You know what I mean? I've been around. anything you've done.
Yeah.
If you called that 804-335, you know what I mean? I've been around, baby. If you seen me rip a wife beater off on that V103 stage.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? If you've been there with me or if you just pulling up to the party, man, I appreciate you. And going back to just the full circleness of this and my speaking out for our people. And, you know, of course, we're going to get to the conversation of I want everybody to use their voice to vote.
Yep.
My people have given me the opportunity to live a life I never knew I could live. I dreamed this.
Come on.
I sat in Troy's basement. I slept on his couch and I worked very hard for this. But my people that look like you and me, and yeah, I got white fans, Spanish fans, all that, but my people.
That's right.
Y'all gave me this life I live. Y'all made it possible for me to take care of my family and for me to be who I am. And I'm forever thankful for that. So with this Back Home album, I want y'all to know I went in blood, sweat, and tears, and I wanted to give you something, a soundtrack for your lives. Something you could smile to, something you could laugh to, cry to, go through every emotion with. And I know we've been on a journey together because music is that. Music is that thing that when you listen to a song, you're like, damn, I remember I was here. I remember I was going through this. So we've been through things together that I don't even know we've been through together. So with that being said, I just hope we can keep this ride going with this Back Home album, and I hope y'all appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Listen, we here for it. I noticed you only had a few features on that thing with Davido, Ty Dolla $ign, who's a genius, Summer Walker, Sway Lee. You know, I love that it's the majority of you. And this is the last thing I want to say about Back Home. But I do love the features you picked. You could work with anybody, Trey. And
Right.
you happen to get with some of the most talented, universal. I mean, you brought Davido in that thing. Like, Ty Dolla $ign is a musical genius. Don't get the credit he deserves. Sway
My
Lee.
boy Dollar Sign.
Yeah, that boy and Sway Lee and Summer Walker. So why specifically those individuals when you are friends with everybody?
When we was making the album, man, it wasn't a thought of let's go get this artist to make this, or if we get a feature with this guy or this girl, it's gonna be huge. I wanted features that organically fit the music. You know what I mean? Like that song Rain that Sway Lee is on.
Yeah.
His voice, he come through and anybody that know anything about Sway is he love to sing.
No question.
He
This
love
song right
to
here, Trey. Hold on. Give the people a little sneak peek.
little sneak peek. I like it.
Little, you know, even the musicality in the beginning sounds like him. I don't know if he had anything to do with that.
If it were always sunshine, tell me would you miss the rain?
So warm.
I kinda like the rain sometimes, every now and again. Oh, tell me how you feel.
Whoa, this thing crazy.
Always the same. 'Cause in reality, love and happiness live next to pain. Going through changes. Hey, I saw you the other day. You turn around, look the other way. I feel like we got something we should say. I feel like we've been running from the rain. You know we can make it through the rain.
Hey.
You know we can
Vibe, Trey.
Hey.
You killed this.
Watch how that boy Sway come in.
You know we can make it. You can make it through bad weather. I can make it through whatever. She choosing me, she's so selective.
Hey.
Diamonds here, but nothing sexual. Will you be when the sun dies, when there's rainfall on your blue skies? Got your own scene, feel your heart changing. Got your own scene.
Listen to what he say though.
I see you can use me till you lose me. You can use me till you lose me. You can use me
Till you lose me.
Come on now. If that's what you're gonna do, if that's your choice, that's what you're gonna. I'm here.
But own it though. Don't get caught up in the other narrative when you only come in here for this.
Right. You can use me till you lose me, and we could get through whatever. And like, man, the album and that song, like again, like very relationship based. But it's if you think about the time we're living through right now, you got people switching up on you. You got people looking the other way when they see you. You got people like, man, I don't.
Hey,
You know?
Trey, I can't wait for the book. Your book, okay, this is your big brother talk. Your book, I've been around for at least 5 to 6 chapters, and you're gonna do 20 chapters. We need that. I just want to say this, man. Grown man looks good on you, bro. Leader looks good on you, bro.
Thanks, bro.
Activist looks good on you, bro. To see your growth, man, you know, to grow up with you is inspiring. You know, there's not a lot of us left, not solid ones, not people still contributing at a high clip. You know what I mean? And actually caring about their people. We have a lot of false prophets that run around here for gain and come out when it's necessary or convenient. But you, my brother, you're there. And this pandemic has just showed us even more why you're a superhero.
I appreciate you, big bro, for real.
Yeah. You know I ain't got no cut cards.
No, I know it.
I challenge the best of them.
I know it.
You know, you're just special, man. I need you to know that because coming out of this, man, Phoenixes will rise, bro. And I'm talking about new leadership. I'm talking about new sounds, new experiences, new communication. And I feel like you're gonna be on the forefront of that, my brother.
I appreciate you, bro. You know it's love. From the time I stepped in that office to, you know, all the money we done made together, everything we done together, boy. And I'm proud of you as well. You know what I mean? I could say the same. And everybody in the town know what you mean to the culture. You know, everybody worldwide know what it is you mean to the culture.
I appreciate you, bro. Well, listen, man, keep going. Back Home is out right now. We need you to consume that at the highest of consumption. And
right now.
I'm not predicting singles because that ain't what I do. I'm not.
But
that ain't what I
predict
do.
One.
But that Sway Lee record though, that thing right there is different. It's different. Wish you the best, homie.
I appreciate you, bro.
Okay.
A-Town, I love y'all. V103, the People Station. You know they call it V103 sometimes.
Hey, love you, boy. Keep going.
Love you too, baby.
Okay, peace.